Here, bear.
No.
But what?
Started recording. Oh, lol. Lol.
The doors, right? Propane.
Just recording. Going into a gold mine. Lol. Green box. I'm just recording. Hey guys, Blue Fox here, making my first vlog video. Right now I am at Julian, going into a gold mine. I've been here a few times, but I just feel like I need to record this one time. So if you hear a dump truck in the background, jeez. Sorry for the bad quality. I am not a professional vlogger. Record section. Sorry. Lol. That zoom in. Nothing. Lol. There you saw the vehicle making all the noise. Let's go into this gold mine. And inside the gold mine is really dark, and I'm sorry when it does go very dark, because it gets very dark in there. Jeez, I suck at recording, god damn. And this is my first time cheating. Jesus. At least I know I'm not gonna be alone, because there's gonna be a lot more people. They took a car because they could. We just walked up a hill because we needed that exercise. God damn it, I see another car. It's weird because there's a woods out here.
$5, right?
Yeah.
$5.
Camera doesn't want to work. Probably have bad internet up here. No, god damn it.
am high.
I'm going to shut up.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. Look, we made it. Well, I made it, but you have the experience too now. Jesus Christ. Oh my god,
here, here's $5 head here. $55 somewhere. Here's $5. Get in there.
How you doing?
Hey, how you doing, bro? He takes me on nature walks every time I go.
yeah.
All right, these are the modern day. Here, go ahead and watch this guy, and then after you go in the store and see gold. As I just stand up the rock crusher, gold is very heavy as it's soft. So if you want to get some gold, it's going to sink down the bottom. What you want to do is make that flap come down straight, come straight to the bottom here. Keep
Gold
on
panty, bro.
just shaking it for a few seconds. What I'm doing is I'm loosening the sand. I'm going to vibrate my heavy gold flakes out the top of the pan. Now using the center of those ridges, I just go like this, go counterclockwise action, water in and sand down. Gold, so you always want to keep it underneath the water. If you see your flakes come back up, just shake them back down. See, gold's heavy, so it's going to sit all the way down at the bottom. Starting to see my flakes now. Oh yeah, I got gold in there. See it? Yeah, by golly.
Oh yeah, I don't see no gold. Gold.
That's how the gold just sits down there.
I see the gold. I don't see no gold.
I get down about right there and I done go Eureka! There you go.
Oh, that's. We're rich.
That right there is probably about 16, 17 bucks. That's an apple pie. Yeah, I'm eating tonight. Yeah, if you got enough of this where you can press it in a sugar cube, that weigh about an ounce. And right now, an ounce is about 1,300 bucks on the market.
There's already gold on that.
Now, simple field test of mine is to see if this is real gold. Put it in the shade. See the shade that says it's natural gold luster? That tells me that's real gold. Or fool's gold, which is called iron pyrite. It's like a mirror. It reflects the sunlight. So if you shade it, it will disappear. So that's how you know if you got real gold or fool's gold. Yeah, go ahead and spread out. I got gold in all these troughs. I got another trough nobody's using down here.
I'm here to check in.
Now, just to let you guys know, this is catch and release. You don't get to keep it.
Catch and release.
You got to put it back so the next person can learn how. If you want to take some gold home with you, I got little souvenirs in the shop for 10 bucks. 24 karat pure. Pure gold.
Gold. Ew.
Never release that. Can it at the water?
Can I pay in?
Huh?
And I have the $5.
What?
I have $5 to pay.
Oh, you gonna do the tour?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. There's a truck right there. Pay away.
Alright, let's pan.
Let me see, Mike.
Penny for gold.
Well, no, there.
Well, you didn't know? Oh God.
Penny for gold. Oh damn, camera.
Yeah, we use all the gold out of it.
That's what the rig is for. I know, they need me to take it too.
Penny for gold. Lol. I got some gold.
You did?
Yeah, a little bit.
No splashing. No splashing, no spilling, because this is real gold in here. And that gold is expensive.
They didn't have down.
No playing.
Penny for gold. 2017.
Alright.
Yeah, no playing with it. Don't lose
Already
any of
paid.
that gold.
Alright.
Hey, Luis, want to go to the bathroom? Come on, let's go to the bathroom. You were asking about that. Let's go before everyone else gets here.
Oh, I think I have some gold.
You have to go to the bathroom?
That's it.
Taylor, you?
Oh, that's all right. Okay, I understand.
I want to go to the bathroom. You guys think it's pretty easy?
Well, slow down. Easy now. We don't want to splash the water out or the material.
I'll go with you.
Let's go, Zane. Okay, I promise you I will. Oh, don't worry. No worries. If I didn't trust you, I wouldn't do it. Okay, thank you, dear. I didn't know you took cash only. I should have put that on the website. Oh, they should put that on the website. They should put that on the website, yeah. Yeah. Okay, all right, Zane. You're absolutely right.
That's right. Burn it. You want to come over here? I'll show you how.
Penny.
They all play weight grab. They all play the game on grab. And the game you go to ground, make your
All
own.
these hands are bruised.
You have your own winning card, make your own rules. So all of them know how to do that. And they'll be relating the experience. The real life experience with the video game.
I'm a real gold miner, ladies and gentlemen. On YouTube, I'm a real gold miner. There's gold right there.
Look at that.
Yeah. We didn't get close up to the white, man. Okay.
Why not?
Alright.
Up under the water. That loosens the material vibrates the gold in the bottom.
Ladies and gentlemen, on YouTube, I'm a real gold miner.
The slower you go, the more ratios you have, the more gold you'll get.
Oh god. I need to turn up the brightness.
Got one stick right there. One rock right there. See where the is? That's it. Alright. Come on with you, buddy. Alright. Thank you.
That face.
I'm gonna go one.
That's real gold. Now you can tell the difference from real gold and fool's gold with shade. Real gold stays the same color. It looks just the same in the light as it does in the shade. See that?
Yeah,
See that?
gold, Zane.
It looks exactly the same. Fool's gold shines in the light. You put shade to it, that shine disappears. It changes. It disappears. Then you got to put it back. This is catching release. Because
Okay,
it's real gold.
I heard that
Go ahead and give it a try.
Okay, what do you want to do together?
Alright, you can stop in the video.
No.
Make sure you make him pay.
Iron pyrite, mica, anything that looks like gold.
These vehicles got shot. Hey, you're in the way.
Hi, I'm a real gold miner.
2017. gonna go into the gold mine.
Yeah, hold on, you're gonna wait for it.
I got a few pieces of gold.
I was going to buy you lunch. Are you making up now?
But you shoulder rub me.
I still love you. Yes, probably.
Are we going in?
I think we are. Dad and I did
YouTube.
Okay, come on back here, guys. All right, it's a big group here, so we're all got to work together here, okay? So we've got to group up.
Going into the gold mine.
We'll just group in as best we can. Nice. The kids can stay towards the front if they want, so they can see. Just group in here real tight. It is nice in here. I like it in here. Come on in here. Keep grouping up. We can go back as far as the boxes, group in tight so everybody can see what I'm talking about. Come on, there's plenty of room right here too. Yes, there's gold in here. Yes, there is. Come on in, you guys. You guys got to see what I'm talking about. Come in here. You can come up here. All right. Now, this picture here is of the man who started this mine in 1870. His name was Billy Moran. That's him right there. That's his castle. Well, he's back here having breakfast right now. That's my humor. So he tells me where my group is, okay? Now, there above your heads here, this is the rock that the gold is in right here. This is your quartz. All right? There's no gold here, no gold there. It's only in this rock. You have to take this rock out, crush it to get the gold. See, we did not have nuggets here in Julian. We didn't have nuggets or big chunks. All our gold was really fine in the rock, so you had to crush it to get it. Now, this would have been a wall coming down. So the miner dug in until he hit that wall. Took a chunk of that, took it back to the assay to make sure he's still getting his ounce per ton. He was, so he dug this way. He didn't get very far, and it got less. So he ended up coming back and watch your eyes. He went that way. Stripe on the ceiling is your vein. That wall went through this tunnel at an angle. So the whole time he's digging this tunnel out, he's taking rock out, crushing it, collecting gold. Well, further down that tunnel, it got rich enough to stope. That's S-T-O-P-E. Stoping a vein is where you hit a pocket, you're getting 2-3 times more gold all of a sudden. So what you do is you take the rock from above. You would take the rock from above going up in all directions as long as you're getting that amount of gold and the vein is there. A lot of stopes go all the way up, take the outcropping, which punches a hole outside for a vent shaft, for air. This one does that. Feel the air coming through? Yeah, only we don't go back there because I call this your load-bearing wall. Okay. Any questions before we continue? No? Okay.
How far back does that go?
That goes about 150 feet. That's about it. Now, there's another tunnel right about here. They only have to put the shoring where they connect two tunnels or they have a stope above them. We have a stope above us right here, and there's another tunnel in this wall.
Oh, yeah. Do you need help with her?
On Minecraft, please. Minecraft.
This is what a real one looks like.
Really?
Not a video game anymore.
Watch your feet.
Does this cost any money?
Yeah. What do you mean? To do this?
No.
Yeah, $10. $5 for help.
Whoosh.
Yeah.
got some light, bro.
If you find a rock on the floor that you want catches your eye, go ahead and put it in your pocket. That's one rock per person, okay? It's got to be on the floor, though. Hey, you guys are going a little far there. I'm showing this thing behind me. Can you see it?
$25.
So group on in here. Another line back there. Tall people can go in the tunnel, actually.
How far does that tunnel go?
This one here? That one goes about another, I don't know, it goes back another, maybe 100, nah, not even that, maybe 7,500 feet maybe, and then it cuts over and then it continues. Come on up. Come up behind these guys. I like it when everybody groups up real tight so I don't have to yell and everybody can see what I'm saying.
Okay.
All right, where there's gold, there's silver and copper. Those three items always come together. You just have more of one thing than the others. We had very little copper, if any, and we had a little bit of silver, okay, mainly gold. Now, where it comes from is the center of the earth. See, billions of years ago, we were under ocean here. Something happened billions of years ago, it made the ocean floor gradually stand on end. When that happens, a crack would form. So magma from the center of the earth would come up filling that crack. It would cool and harden. Well, that's your quartz. Your gold is in it because it comes with it. This right here is where the ground was unstable during the cooling process. It kept turning and turning and turning. So as it cooled and hardened, it made a design in the vein rather than a straight line like this. Okay? They call this a star vein because it looks like a star. Do you guys see a star here? I say 20 years I've been calling this a twinkle from a star right here. Okay? Well, it's about 7 weeks ago, a kid showed me this star. It's in a diamond shape. It goes like this. You see it now? Wow, that's what I said. Now, down this tunnel here, actually, whenever they stoped a vein in these mines, I've noticed the veins were 3 to 4 inches wide. So that tells me that's when they're richest. Because when they stope them, that's when it's rich. Well, down this tunnel, it gets to be that wide. In fact, he stopes it, goes up, and he tunnels up in different directions. You don't see outside, but it goes all the way up, taking the outcropping. Okay, we don't go down there because that pile of dirt down there, it kind of grows occasionally, plus it's a little tight. And that's all because the tour guide tried to go outside that way one night after hours, knocked something loose and everything came down. He's no longer with us, but he can dig dirt out, he can come back, but he refuses. He's not dead or nothing. But that goes along with this next stop here. Okay. We'll come right here. This hole here. As we go through the mines, you'll see a couple more holes like this. This is where they take a sample of the vein to see if it's worth mining. What they did is they took so much of the rock, weighed it, crushed it. By how much gold they got out of that, they would determine whether or not they got their ounce per ton. Here they did not. So they passed it up. Who's to say 2 more feet could be the mother lode? When you're doing hard rock mining, it's a hit and miss process. You could have 16 ounces here, 2 feet more could be 0, 2 feet more could be the mother lode, right? Well, down that tunnel there, that stopes up, is the same vein. Okay, the veins run this way in the mountain. They're all angled, okay? So that is the same vein. It comes right out of the wall of that tunnel to the stope. All right. Come down here. Yeah, that's broke right there. We don't put your cars in anymore. We don't work the mine. Group in, just come forward so I don't have to yell. I feel my voice going. And it does. It goes. Okay, within 20-mile radius of us, we have over 200 mines here in Julian. Okay, this hill we are inside of right now, it goes 3 miles backside of Julian. This hill alone, they call this hill Gold Hill. Okay, it has 16 of those mines on it. We have mines on the other side of this mountain coming this way, following the same veins. These mines are following this way, so they kind of, So from the other end of these timbers to the end of the tunnel, you're going to see veins. They did not work. That's because they did not belong to them. They belong to the people on that side of the mountain that claim. Okay, that's just where they punched a hole through to join the 2 mines. They had to have permission to do that or their claim jumping, and that's a hangable offense back then. Now, all these mines were closed at the same time in 1934 because of the Depression. Plus, the government dropped cost of gold so low it became unprofitable. Hard rock mining did not become profitable until after World War II. By then, it was obsolete. because they're hydraulic mining, strip mining, getting a lot more gold at a cheaper cost of getting it. So it put them out of business. That's when the grandfather started these tours, went into real estate, opened Sprague Realty in town. Well, in the late 50s, one of the properties came up for sale, so he bought it to give educational tours so no one would forget how hard they worked to get the gold everybody appreciated. In the process, he found the paperwork that stated the two mines were joined underground and why. I'll tell that story at the end of the tunnel, but he had to have the other property now because that's unheard of. You know, it's very rare. Stay off a claim or else. So he had to have it. You know, it took him 7 years to get it. He got it, and he started his first tour mid-60s, and it's been handed down three generations. So we're now leaving the Eagle Mine. We'll enter the high peak at the end of the tunnel, and on the way, I'll show you my favorite vein. I'll tell you why, too. Watch your head. This gets low. Okay.
She didn't have your mind. Okay, it's rolled over the way.
If they weren't joking.
Oh, you skipped to be up there. Did you introduce your cousin?
I was just crazy.
Yes.
So how do they use technology to keep track or map everything that all the
By
veins
footage.
within the mountains?
Oh, what do you mean?
Like, do they ever
The
use
veins?
yeah, did they ever use technology somehow to map where the veins are
They
going?
followed
through?
them in, is what they did. See, check this out. It's like the High Peak mine started 3 months before the Eagle mine. The Eagle mine was 3 months after, okay? So they found their outcropping, they followed that vein in, okay? That mine follows one vein, okay? 11 levels. Now, the Eagle mine, he knew they were following a rich vein. Well, he decides, instead of following his vein when he found his outcropping, he didn't want his claim to be one vein. He wanted to get a rich vein. So he wanted to hit more than one vein. So he had to come down and cross his vein in. That way his claim went this way, hitting more veins. See, he's narrow, coming this way. They're narrow, coming this way. He hits 4 veins. In fact, he hits a vein that's so rich that if he was as big as this mine here, he would have took 3 times more gold. Yeah, think about that one. Now, this vein right here, these veins are my favorite. Reason being, the white veins here, reason being are these orange trails here. This is iron and rust, okay? Iron comes in quartz, so it erodes from the quartz. So what's going to erode with that iron when it does? Your gold. So if you're in a mine and you see iron trails, follow the iron trails down to the floor. Where they hit the floor, there's usually a pile of loose dirt. What you do is you pan that stuff. Well, I've done all the iron trails in here, in these mines, just out of curiosity, and this is where I found the most gold dust. Not a lot, but it's enough to tell me these veins were richer than the other veins. Okay, but this belonged to that guy over there. All these veins in here did. See, there's a whole bunch of them back here. Now, this right here, I had a geology professor on my tour a year ago, and I asked him a simple question, okay, about Jurassic period, Metamorphic period, how do you tell which from which, and he started talking with these big words. Couldn't understand a word he said. Well, he gets frustrated and he says, what's your mentality? All you need to know is lava, magma, same thing but different. Lava goes to the surface, magma erodes to the surface as a rock. He points to the wall here and goes, lava, magma. That's it. That's all he said. This is lava. Feels like styrofoam. Okay? This is your vein. That's your magma. That's what the gold comes in. They both come from the same place and they go to the same place, but one erodes to the surface, the other goes to the surface. And it does make sense. All right. Now, the tunnel on your left here, what you want to do when you get to it, look up. That's a stope. This only goes up one level, though. If you go through the hole up in the top where all them rocks are hanging out, you'd end up in another tunnel. But that's where it was so rich they took the rock from above. This claim will end 75 feet down that tunnel. This right here is also a stope, only it's backfilled. Now what I'm standing on is a turntable. Ore car comes down the tracks, gets on this turntable, spin it, so he can go that way. Okay, the reason these two mines are joined underground is because of this hole behind me. This hole behind me goes 425 feet down. We have 5 levels of tunnels down there. We have 5 levels of tunnels above us. Right now we're on level 6. Now the bucket in front of the hole is how they brought the rock up to this level. That's the same bucket the miners got into to go down to those levels. They did it 2 at a time, 1 leg in, 1 leg out. They would kick off the side as they went down singing Hokey Pokey. That's where the song come from. You believe me? You know the song, Hokey Pokey?
Yeah, I believe you.
Oh.
What is a stope again?
A stope is where the rock is so rich in gold, you take the rock from above.
Oh, okay.
See, that's when they got hit, when their vein got rich, they would take it from above, going up, because gold's coming up. It's not going down. Well, it got so rich here, they went down, and they kept hitting it. They had a pocket that was just followed it. Okay, anyway, I'm kidding about the song. Well, anyway, they bring their rock to this level, they had a problem. Next level up goes to his mill. So how does he get his rock from here to there to take it to the mill? Miners use gravity and everything. It's easy to bring stuff down. It's hard to put it up. So what he does is he thinks about it and he comes up with the Eagle Mine. That guy's out there crushing his rock by hand because he's a 2-man operation. He can't afford a mill. They're $80,000, okay? So what this guy does during World War I is he donates his mill for war efforts and then goes around the mountain and tells this guy, hey, I got a proposition for you. I'm getting a new mill and I'd like to help you out and share this mill with you. In fact, I'll put it in front of your mine and give you profit if you let me take my ore through your mine to share the mill. The guy had nothing to say, but yes, he put him in one of them, it all benefits him, so yeah. So they start digging, they hit this vein, stope it, hit that vein, stope it, got permission to punch the hole through. So now he can get his rock from 5 levels down out. Now he has to bring it down 1 more level because he was bringing all the rock down 4 levels. Now he's got to go 5. So he backfills this stope here. So he drops his rock down into the ore car, takes it out. Now I'll continue the story where I can show you where he takes it, brings it down the other 4 levels. Any questions? Am I talking too fast?
No.
If I have a big enough rock, I have to send somebody upstairs for a rock.
I know where that is.
No kids go upstairs without me. Let's go around the corner.
Here, hold my hand. John, we're gonna keep up with these kids.
Come on in here.
Just watch your head on the sides, okay?
We're all coming in here.
Nice. Isn't this
Oh, God.
Come on in here.
Come on, let's go this way.
Everybody will fit. Come on in, come on in, come on in.
Just watch your step.
Huh?
Nice.
No, there's no gold mat. Come on in here.
Let's get over there.
Everybody come in. You can squeeze in over here. We'll all fit in here, no problem. Keep coming. What's that? Let's see. Yes, no, yes, that is. Yes, it is. I think I don't have my glasses on, but it looks like it. Hey, Kenneth, you want to do me a favor?
What do you need?
Go down there and go up the stairs. Right straight down, go down that tunnel.
down that
There's
tunnel?
stairs. Go up the stairs to the top, make a right, and there's a cage. On top of that cage is a rock about this big.
All right.
Try not to get lost.
All right, come on in here. Okay, this is the hoist they used to move that bucket in and out of the hole. This was brought in here in 1896 and built in here. It was left behind. The mill that some of you saw, that the rest of you will see, is the actual one they shared from World War I. It's been redone twice. Now, how they communicated with the miners down in the hole? Actually, this was steam powered, by the way, and they piped the steam in. Okay. Now, they used a bell to communicate. They had a bell down in the hole. This is a chart that they had to memorize. This is their signals. So if this guy's up here and he's not doing any, or he's doing something and he hears a whole bell come out of that hole and it sounds like, ring that bell twice. 1 more time. You hear that come out of the hole, so he'd start this thing because it's full of rock. Bring the bucket up. Then you dump the bucket into the ore car. Let the bucket swing out over the hole. He'd ring the bell twice, release the brake, let gravity in the brake, take it back down. You only had to start it to raise the bucket. Then you push the ore car out to the mill and help that guy for 30 to 40 minutes so everything from starting this could dissipate through the tunnels and shafts. What you're feeling through here is all natural. Okay? Now, the black up here is from this. Alright? Now this vein right here, this is the one single vein that this mine follows from beginning to end, 11 levels. Okay? The bluish color, bluish tint to it, that's our richer quartz. It had more gold in that. Every stope in here has blue in it. Okay, as it comes out, it goes white, goes to your orange, which has iron, but it's still got gold. In fact, you look right there, you see 2 gold dots right there? They look like a dull, brilliant, dull yellow gold dot, looking dots. Right there, see them on that orange rock?
Yeah.
You see them still?
No.
Yeah, you do. I see them. See them? See them?
Yeah.
They don't change. They look exactly the same. That tells me that's real gold right there.
Yeah.
Okay? This right here is fool's gold. Put shade to that, that would disappear. It's too shiny too, by the way. You can polish gold, but that for being raw gold, that would be too shiny. Let me see that. Thank you. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to toss this rock down this hole so you all know it's a real hole, okay? You got to be quiet so we can hear it go down, 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 okay? Ready? One more time. Usually you hear it one more time, but
I heard it.
now that hole does not go straight down. It's slightly angled because that's why they have to kick off out the side. Otherwise they bang into it. Now, all the veins in this mountain are like this. They're angled like this. So these holes are all staggered. Level 5 is above that tunnel. Level 6 is this one. Level 7 would be 30, 40 feet over, 50 feet down. Level 8 would be 30 feet over, 50 feet down. That's how they're staggered in the mountain, okay? They're following the vein. All your claims go this way going down in the mountain. Okay, they follow the veins. So, this right here is your ocean floor. Billions of years ago, this laid flat, okay? All this. On this side of the vein is your mountain. See the difference? Okay, so whatever happened billions of years ago made that floor come up and join this mountain and form this crack. The magma come up, filling the crack, cooling and hardening. That is your quartz. Your gold is in it because it comes with it. Any questions? No? Okay. Miners made $2 a day back then. If you worked at a store in town, you got 25 cents a day. A good steak dinner was 18 cents, and it was twice as much. So this mine here took out $350,000 worth of gold at $20 an ounce back then. That would today be between 12 and 18 million, okay? And it's a 200 times inflation rate. Like a loaf of bread was a penny then, and today it's $5, so that's a lot of pennies. How much does your steak dinner go for today? There's your inflation rate. Now the High Peak mine, this one took $350,000 at $20 an ounce. The Eagle mine took $100,000. And he's a much, I'll show you upstairs what I'm talking about. We're going to go up a steep flight of stairs now, so everybody take your time, be careful, follow me this way. Let me squeeze by. Alright, let's go this way. Ring the bell if you want.
Why did you do that?
Because you said he can.
I heard you say ring the bell.
And why not?
Be careful, Bella.
I just have to say ring the bell.
Did you finish? Yeah?
Here comes the stairs.
How far are they going on? No, I saw
That one. Okay, this one.
Chazen. That's the way Uncle Dwayne.
Hello. So did you guys all see the mummified mouse?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
He's been there since I was in 7th grade. That I know. Yep. He's very famous. I get yelled at for showing him. But it's something to do while I wait for people to come up the ladder, or the stairs. See, right now, there's nothing above us, nothing below us but wood. This goes up 5 levels.
That's creepy.
The wood goes like this. It's here, and then it goes over here, and then it goes over here, and goes like that going up. Layers and layers. See, back in the day, this was a bridge right here. They didn't have anything on the sides. It was just a track with a place to walk in between the track, right across this.
Did you ride in the track in the car?
No, we can't ride in the cart. We could have. We could if we wanted to, but we don't want to. We don't even push the carts in here no more. We don't work the mine. Why should we?
Because they can get more gold.
No, they won't
Make
let us.
money.
It'd be changing the mine. It wouldn't be 1870s no more if we worked it.
It would be 2017.
Okay, everybody seeing that little shaft right there above your heads? Well, if you go around that turn up there, it gets 80% steeper. goes up 30, 40 feet, hangs a right, and then it goes almost straight up and down, but it's slightly angled. Goes to 4 levels of tunnels above us. They simply dropped their rock from each level. It would free fall. Hitting those turns slowed it down enough to collect in a bin right up here. What you do is park the ore car under the bin, open the bin, fill the ore car, push it out to the mill. After he donated his mill, he pushed it down this tunnel here, dropped it again at that chute I showed you downstairs. But then they dug the tunnel below us, put the track in it, so they parked the ore car over there, fill it one time, take it to the turntable, turn it, go to the mill. Then they backfilled this tunnel here. What they did when they were done with the tunnel is they backfilled them. They took the quartz out of the mine, everything else went in that tunnel they were done with, saved them time from taking everything out of the mine. They just backfilled their tunnels they were done with. Now, when they were going to blast, they used black powder. They did a soft blast, just 5 holes, number 5 dice pattern, just enough to break it up and drop it. To drill these holes, they had to be this big around. They had to use a chisel and a hammer to drill the holes. One guy'd hold a long chisel, the other would swing a sledge. Hit it, turn it, hit it, turn it, hit it, turn it, till you drilled a hole. These holes went 2 to 4 feet. Now you had to have a clean hole, so they used swab sticks. It looks like a little mop. Stick it in the hole, pull the dirt out. Or an air gun, like a bicycle pump with no end to blow it out. At this point, everybody leaves the mine. The powder man and his helpers stay. They're the only ones in. They would take newspaper, put black powder in the newspaper, roll it up, put it in the hole, pack it in tight with tamping bars like loading a cannon, and then they would set fuses. Each fuse longer than the next. Those fuses all tied into one fuse. Then his helper left. Only one in the mine's the powder man. He would light his fuse, go down this tunnel to a jump hole, get in there and wait. Now he would count each and every blast as they go off, making sure they all go off. Then he'd wait 10, 15 minutes for the dust to settle, work his way back, knock the loose stuff down so it's safe for the miners to come in and get the stuff out. If they did not all go off, then the black powder, it's unstable now. It's been lit. It's smoldering. It can go off any time. So what he does is he inches his way back, sets another fuse, lights it, and goes back to his hole. He got $4 a day. He got the hazard pay, had to pay his own helper. Who knows what that was, because it was usually a family member. But anyway. All right, now, 1900s, it came out with carbide lanterns. Right here we have carbide lanterns. You put carbide in that bottom chamber, water in the top, open the valve on top, the water drips down on that carbide, it makes a gas, light it, you got flame. Smoky flame, but it worked. Does anybody know what that gas is called today?
Acetylene.
Yes, it is. How'd you know that?
I teach chemistry.
Oh, woohoo! There we go. That's 33 in 2 years. All right, it is acetylene. Now, this right here is a drawing of all the tunnels in the 2 mines. These are the veins up here. The Eagle mine follows these 4 veins. 1, 2, 3, and 4 veins. Small 1-level mine. This vein right here is the High Peak. Much larger mine, 11 levels. Check it out yourself. If he was as big as him, 3 times more. Now we entered at the bottom left. We exit far right. We're at the thumbtack now. Come this way now.
Oh, he's gonna turn off the camera. He's gonna have a
Come on
candle.
in here. Everybody's coming in here. You can sit if you want, but we all have to fit in this room because it's gonna get dark out there for a minute.
Yeah, because he's gonna have a candle
We can go as
lit.
far as the wheelbarrow.
Hot lit.
Let's keep going. You gotta fit.
Do I have anybody scared of the dark? Well, better hold someone's hand then. Come on in here. We're going to squeeze in here. Everybody's going to be in here. It's the safest place to be. No worries. Keep on coming in. Because it's going to get dark out there. You wanted to be in here because I'm going to light a candle. No. Not this one. That's mine. Okay, come on in. Is she going to be okay? All right, I'm going to light this candle now. This is where we light the candle, shut the lights off, give you an idea what kind of lighting they work by. This was found in the mine, actually, a candlestick holder. I don't know what it's an antique, I know. They either hammered them in the mountain or they hang them on the mountain and put the candle in the other way. It's either that or put some wax down on their hat, stick a candle down with a tin behind it to reflect the light. This is where we shut the lights off. This is the kind of lighting they used. Now,
All right, like
never go into a mountain alone.
Split.
Always take somebody with you. Miners worked in pairs. Okay? Now, tracks are only in a level going to a mill. There are no tracks in the upper levels or lower levels, just in the ones that go to a mill. So if you're lost in a mine and you stumble over some tracks, they will take you out. Which way are you going to follow them, up or down?
Down.
Go down. It's easier to push a full ore car downhill than it is uphill. Plus, it keeps the rainwater out of the mine. All the openings that go outside will initially go uphill going in. Then they do whatever they do. Okay. See the stripes on the ceiling here? These stripes are small quartz veins. You can see the veins better with the candle than you can actual lighting from the smallest to the biggest. See that? They kind of glow, don't they? You can't miss the veins, actually. Candle works best. So, now that you know that, I say
Blow it
goodbye.
out. Yeah,
Lights
darkness.
off, lights off, lights off. Can you, lights off.
Good thing we have technology.
Can you see your hand in front of your face?
No.
Actually, I tell you what. I put my thumb on my nose, I wiggle my fingers, I see 100 shadows. Try it. Tell me what you see. Don't you see it? You see it?
I see.
Come on.
I see lights.
Come on. Try that again. No.
That was cool.
I usually catch everybody going, "Nah, nah, nah, nah." I have to do it. Okay.
Do
Let
it
me squeeze
again.
by. No. Can't do it again.
Aw.
Let me squeeze by. Okay, now we're going to do this. We'll go this way.
That's cool, Jose.
Grandpa's right here.
Watch your step, watch where you're going, bud. You wanna go ahead?
Thank
Go
you.
ahead. There we go, okay. All right,
Charles. That was pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, I was in the
Going to be a
back.
tour guide in this section. I can only let 7 at a time into the room with the drill, so what I do is I go down this tunnel, I'll point to some veins on the right wall. They're individual veins, they go up the wall and on the ceiling. Those veins are the same vein downstairs. That's the angle of the veins in the mountain. That's how far they're off, the tunnels are offset going down. I'll say veins, so just remember that. Then the jump hole powder man, that's where he would go to count his blasts. He'd be counting his blasts, a big cloud of dust would go down this tunnel, pass him up, going out of the mine like a plume of smoke. You don't want to be in the main tunnel, you want to be in the jump hole when that happens. Plus miners coming in, ore car coming out, they would go into that jump hole to get out of the way of the ore car. Then we get to the drill. I'll let 7 at a time in, you'll go look at it, you'll come out, I'll send you out of the mine, just wait for me at the ore car outside, okay? Now, the drill is a 1880s defective drill. It's a jackhammer drill, okay? They call it the Widowmaker. Called it the Widowmaker because it caused such a fine dust, the miner using it would inhale that dust and it shortened his life. It gave him silicosis, like black lung. Plus, they had a chamber on top that would explode from time to time, killing the miner using it. Later, they discovered they could pump water into it, keep the dust down. But it still would explode, so it's a defective drill. They did not use it in these mines. They use chisel and hammer in these mines. Out there for the 4th grade tours we do because it's in the history books. So, as I go down this tunnel, I'm going to say, veins! The person behind me is going to go, veins! And the person behind them is going to go, veins! And everybody gets to see them. That way. Everybody has to participate or the end of the line does not get the tour. Okay? I like to hear everybody yelling. I do have applications if you're looking for a tour for that job. That's wood up there. It keeps going up. Ready? Let's go. Watch your heads.
Watch your step, okay?
Remember, they
Right after we Right after, watch your step.
My mom says I'm not allowed to
Allowed to do what?
yell.
Brains, says the person.
Keep up so the people behind us can see.
I don't know.
Who stopped saying veins? Jazz. Where's the jump hole powder man?
Jump hole.
The jump hole powder man.
Candy.
Oh my god, candy.
I'll reach in there.
There was candy in there.
Box, jump hole, jump hole.
Jump hole.
Dynamite.
Stay at the ore car outside. Don't let them get near the edge.
Oh god, that's dark.
I don't count the kids. 5, 6, 7. Get the rest of your group in there.
Alright.
Go. Okay, stop yours.
Oh no.
Be with
I want to record this drill.
who's he?
Get up in there, man.
I don't even know.
Can't see nothing from back here.
Watch out, Mikey.
Mikey.
Mikey, watch out.
They're in there.
A drill.
Guys, we're going back?
Did you guys see
Yeah, let's get out of the way so they can go.
You see the jump hole?
Slide over to the side, Mikey. Squish up against the wall.
Pretty neat, huh, Maddie? You like it?
Dumb drill.
You want to look at it, Mikey?
Yeah, go check it out, honey.
That drill. Excuse
Get
me.
lower when you see daylight, so watch your heads.
Whoa,
Okay, just wait until your car outside.
Will she walk?
Lower when you see
Yeah.
daylight.
Wow, it is low.
Whoa!
Whoa, whoa. Oh, no wonder Dwayne's back hurts all the time.
Hey, knocks down walking around in here.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about this part.
I remember this part. The outside. Made it alive. The bad lighting though.
Probably just dumped on the side. Taylor's.
What do you guys think of that?
Alright.
Liking?
Yeah. This is my third time going in mine.
What do you guys think of it?
Oh, good.
Yeah, what do you think?
Wasn't that bad.
Wasn't that bad.
Minecart.
Okay. 1 ton ore car holds 1 ton of rock. Sure to give up gold. It's the least it's looking for. They call this hard rock mining. You know why they call it that now? Hard work, hard rock, right? You know how to find gold now? Okay. Are you
Yeah.
happy with the tour?
Yep.
Great. Okay, this is where we group up. We head back to the parking lot. We leave no one behind, okay? When we get back to the parking lot, I'll show you the 4 types of coarse rock that we have locally. And then from that point, if you've been to the Red Rock Crusher, your tour will be concluded. You can go ahead and pan gold, look in the store, a lot of history to look at on the walls, a lot of things to look at. If you have not been to the Red Rock Crusher, you'll follow me up there. I'll continue your tour. Hope everybody's enjoying it. As many as I have to.
Yeah, no wonder.
Yeah, I know.
I have no voice by the end of the day.
I lose my voice on the weekends in this time of year.
You gotta hire a midget as a tour guide.
Everybody says record it.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
That's what I did.
So never have any workers' comp claims or anything.
No. We're like contractors, subcontractors here. Yeah, right. Non-pizza. There's one color picture in the store. The only color picture on the wall in the store has his tractor and the mill in front of the Eagle Mine from 1971.
It's windy, huh?
You can see the top of that building.
I know, you can see my house.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you could. I didn't realize that was your house. Wait, I'm pretty sure I saw your house. Yeah.
There's the school. The house, I'll show you where you can.
I see the parking lot.
I do too.
I want to go in them. I don't know exactly where they all are.
Another trail upwards.
Mikey, don't run.
For that vein I showed you guys, my favorite about 20 years ago.
That one, that's
Another trail going upwards. Sorry if I haven't been speaking.
We're gonna stop right here by the rocks. The big drill that was air powered, the steam powered made the air. They didn't use that drill here. That was a defective drill. That's just there for the portrait tours because it's in the history book. It's a jackhammer. They had screwed it into the mountain. That's all it is. That's cool. And that's a real. Imagine the noise that makes. Okay, here's your three gold-bearing rocks right here. The blues are richer. This has the iron, plus it has gold. This has a lot of fool's gold on this side of it. That is quartz also, only that's no gold. That is rose quartz. That's from Warner Springs area, Lost Valley. The next one has black tourmaline and mica in it. We have gem mines all around us also. Mesa Grande is famous for the tourmalines. Warner Springs, Lost Valley has quartz crystals and clusters and tourmalines, and so does the desert. So if you've been up to the Red Rock Crusher, this concludes your tour. I hope you enjoyed it. You can pan gold, look in the store, a lot of history on the walls, a lot of things to look at. And if you have not been up there, you can follow me up there right now, and I'll continue your tour. Hope everybody's enjoying it. All right, you're welcome. Yep.
Lit bam. Gold mine.
I built one school for one of these last summer.
Did you?
Yeah, and the guy's got it operational actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
made
heard
his
the
own
museum.
steam powered deal.
Oh, really? The Chamber of Commerce just found another one. They took it apart and actually it's apart. He's gonna go up here. And they putting it together somewhere, and they want it to work. I don't know where they're putting it or whatever. The guy was here and I looked at this to see how it comes together.
Name's Greg.
I don't know. He's an old man. He's an older man.
Yeah, the one that we did was twice the size of this.
Oh, really?
It's huge.
The Stonewall mine had 3 of these.
Oh,
really? Really?
Just right in the motor.
Wow. That's crazy.
It's kind of cool and windy, huh?
My landlord used to play in these mines when she was a kid. When they were boarded up. All the kids played back then in the mines.
Same thing in the Washington mine.
Yep. Okay, we got everybody? Okay, this is what they would crush the rock with. This was located in front of the mine. In front of the mine over here. Actually, they moved this here in the 1970s. When they did that, they hooked a motor up to it to make sure it worked properly. People from town start coming down the driveway looking for where the noise was coming from. They only ran this for demonstration for like 2 weeks. Was told they couldn't do it anymore. It's too loud. Noise pollution. That's a 1-stamp mill. Now, they call this a California 5-stamp mill basically because it's made in San Francisco, California, and it's got 5 stamps in the box. Simple for the name. The top stamp's about 200 pounds. Bottom stamp's about 100. This is before, this is after crushing the rock. That's about a 5-6 month run right here, from there to there. Now, that is a 1-stamp mill. That stamp is half the size of one of these. You can hear that one at the end of the dirt road here. That's how it crushes the rock. That's how it will work. So that sound times 2 times 5 gets you this one. Basically, there's 200 mines in this area. Most of them had one of these. They called it a loud valley, not a big valley, right? Okay, anyway, that's too old. Now, how this works, you take the door with the screen, close it, feed the water in the rock and the chute in the back. Everything would flow down into this box. Stamps would crush this rock like pistons work in a car. And it would crush it through so fine it would flow through that screen. So they crushed the rock to a powder just about. As it flowed through the screen, it would cross this table. This is a copper table just like that one. What they did is they spread mercury all across this table. It is then called an amalgamation plate because it's a collector. Mercury sticks to copper, gold and silver stick to mercury. So as everything flows across that table, gold and silver sticking to it. From there, what doesn't collect crosses a cloth table. They used material on this table, any kind of material that had grooves like corduroy. welcome mats. Throw them in the creek, walk away, come back 4 days later, see what you got. That's what my thing is. Gold is 19 times heavier than lead, so it falls in the groove, stays there. Everything else is going to keep floating. When this got old and they wanted to change it out, they burned it and panned the ashes, getting more gold out of it. Now from there it hits the shaker table. This table would shake back and forth. Grooves on this table normally went back and forth this way. Okay? Gold being heavy fell in the groove. As this table would shake, it would vibrate that gold down the grooves like so. Now it would take a while for it to get down to the end where it was collected, but by the time it got there, it was all was there was gold, because everything else already up and flowed off the side. After they crushed 15 tons of rock with this, they took that wooden paddle on the side there and they scraped all that mercury up off the table. They put it in a crucible, which is like a clay cup. Put that in a retort, which is like a cast iron pot. Put a lid on it, lock it down. You can heat it up, nothing will escape. They heat it up to 1,000 degrees. Your mercury would then turn into a gas, go through a tube directly into a water condenser where it cooled, turning back into a liquid. They reused the mercury on the table. What's left in the retort?
Gold.
Gold, silver, copper. Take that, add what you got here, add what you collected there to it, lock it down again. Heat it up to 2,000 degrees this time, melting all three items. After it melts, set it aside, let it cool on its own. As it cools, it would separate, forming layers. They called these layers buttons. You'd have a gold button, silver button, copper button all stuck together. What you do is you take a hammer and hit them hard, and they pop off from each other. Separate buttons. Take all your gold ones, melt those down, then pour that in the molds for the bars. After the bar's set, the assayer would come and stamp the bar with the weight, the date, the mine, the purity, and his number stating everything he stamped on there is true and correct. Ship it out. Government got most of the gold. That is how they got the gold out there.
It's because you're very thorough.
Yeah, I know. I keep thinking, what can I leave out? See that pole back here? That pole right there with the white things on it? And that concrete box there? That's a seismograph.
She has a question.
Yes?
Does that
No, not no more. The little one does, that's it. Now that's where they register earthquakes right there in that box. They have a ladder goes down, they come once every 3 months and tell us how many earthquakes we have a day. Anyway.
Oh, they do that here.
The Elsinore Fault goes right through our parking
here
lot. San
still?
Andreas, next mountain range over. That's what brought all this here. It takes volcanic activity to bring the gold. The further north you go, the further south you go, you get more gold. The bigger chunks, nuggets, Canada, Alaska, dig in the dirt, get your gold. Simply because volcanic activity. More heat, more pressure as that magma comes up, pushes those particles together, throws it out of the magma, so they can dig in the dirt and get the gold as it erodes up.
How many earthquakes a day do you get?
About 3, 4.
A day?
Yeah. That's what they said a month ago.
No kidding.
Yep. Okay,
Just
let's.
when you're running the tour and shaking it up here.
You need to be down below in there. You don't feel them in the mountain. You will not feel them when you're underground. 02, 03, there was a 7-pointer or something like that around then. I had 25 kids with me. Didn't feel a thing. Didn't even know about it until we got back to the parking lot. Everybody's running around. Everything's in the store on the floor, and yeah, don't feel it. The Easter one we had, same thing. The group underground did not feel it. They didn't even know about it until they got back to the parking lot.
That was a big one too, because I felt it at home. It
So that's a true
knocked
fact.
stuff
That
down.
lone pine tree up there, top of the mountain, when we were in the hoist room, we're 1,000 feet under it. It's just like a Navy ship in the bay. Go up top, you get seasick, go to the engine room, it don't move.
Yeah, I can see
Mountain
it.
works the same way. All right, let's go to the panning trough.
Now you get to pan gold, you guys. Go ahead.
Thank you.
I'm just not.
No, get down. There's people behind us.
That wasn't very fun.
We landed it, but that wasn't cool. Let's go potty.
Not the other, not the fall one. The other baby. Oh, his girl, his boyfriend.
Ooh, going in a good shop.
Hey, it was very good, huh?
Yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah.
All right.
Want to say hi to YouTube?
Hi. Come to the Eagle Mine.
Why not? Man, they're supposed to be a flood.
I'm gonna go in a gift shop. Gift shop. Hi.
How are you doing?
Good.
Good. Did you go on the tour?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Cool.
This is the third time I went.
Oh, wow. So you're a veteran.
Did he move a plate off that back shelf?
Huh? Yes, he removed quite a few plates off the back shelf.
I remember you could barely see that.
Yeah, well, he's got them all cluttered up there. I was going to spread them all. Whoa. Maybe I should close up that door.
The dust coming across the parking lot.
Yep.
Good on Jaws. Where did you get the typewriter from?
I think we got it from an antique store down in town.
Mm.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
See how it looks here?
Yeah,
See how it looks there? Does not change at all. See that? Does not change. Does not change.
Yeah.
When fool's gold shines in the light, you put shade to it, that shine disappears, it changes. It disappears. Then you got to put it back, cover it up with your own sheets, fan away. Hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Last words, go inside. We have quartz rocks with gold, as you can see on display. So you can see what it looks like on the quartz. How you doing? Just come up. Want to do a tour? Go in here.
And my knees. Burning my knees. I'm a great idea.
Yeah. Nice. Pretty good.
Doing good. How are you?
Pretty good.
Hey,
Oh, those are cool stuff in here. Hi.
Checking in.
Okay.
2 adults, 1614.
4-year-old's free. It's 25.
How's everything?